Test, test. Afternoon, everybody. Welcome to yet again a freezing cold Energia Park in Donnybrook on the last Saturday of November. We're deep into the winter now. Saturday 29th of November for this round 7 clash of the Energia All-Ireland League Division 2C between Bective Rangers in 3rd place and Malahide in 10th. Other matches in this division today, we've got Ballyclare in 9th hosting Dolphin in 8th. Bruff in 6th hosting Belfast Harlequins. That's a long trip for the Belfast lads down to Ballyowen Park. We've got Middleton in 4th hosting Clonmel in 2nd. That should be a great game, but I suppose the cracker, the big game, the Ace of Clubs game on the Energia All-Ireland podcast, the club scene podcast with Falls and Berkey and Mossy Hartree. Their Ace of Clubs match in Division 2C is 5th place Monkstown hosting 1st place Thomond. So look, we'll keep an eye on those, but our focus obviously is on this game. As I said, Bective rather, we're in 3rd place in the league on 21 points. We're 5 points behind the league leaders Thomond. Bective's record, played 6, won 4, lost 2. So important game for us today. It's after a week off last week and a great win down in Cork in Musgrave Park, or Virgin Media Park as they call it now, against Dolphin. We're back into a kind of final run at 3 games this calendar year, which will bring us up to Christmas. We're away next week up in Belfast Harlequins, long bus trip, and then we're at home again on the final match of this calendar year on the 13th of December, Bective against Clonmel. So our Bective team today, just as we wait for them to come out, we'll run through this and get it over with. Bective team, I'll use Louis' running order. Number 1, Oscar Egan. Number 2, Chris Hennessy. 3, Conor Kelly. In the row is brother Gavin Kelly and Donna Lawler. And back row, Oisin McCluskey, Chris Poole, James Gallagher. The halfbacks then, Conor Nibs-Halpenny and Ollie Foote. 3/4, Craig Cantwell, Matty Gilson and our captain, young Robert Holland and Tom McCarthy, and fullback Chris Rowland today. No Tim Carroll, and Tim will be missed. He's a wonderfully flamboyant attacking fullback for us. Tim pulled up injured in training, so Rollers has moved off the wing to play at fullback. Rollers, of course, captain the Rock under-20s, and he's over 60 AIL caps for Blackrock. Now you can see, hopefully, cameraman is zooming in, our today's mascots are Lennox. Lennox is 4 and Basil 3. Lennox and Basil, Vince Gillings. They're from the under 6, under 7, 6-7. Here we go again. Their dad, Matt Vince Gillings, is our Minis youth pitch coordinator. He's also coaching under 13s, under 6-7s, and he's a referee. Is there anything this man can't do? I got his CV. Matt, of course, is a Republic of South Africa native. He's got lots of kids, according to Justin, who gave me his CV, Justin Green, and let me tell you, the CV you gave me for Matt Justin is completely slanderous or libelous, whichever you have in yourself, so I can't use any of it, but let's just say I've heard that Matt is the most fertile man in Ireland. So, well done to the 2 boys. Speaking with Matt and Leah inside, proud day for them, but proud day for the 2 kids. Just run through now today our Malahide team. 15, James McKeown. The 3/4, Daniel Hayes, Tom Hogan, David O'Halloran, Conrad Daly. Halfbacks, Mikey Hanley, Eamon McNicholas. The forwards in the front row, Sam Penne, Lee Byrne, Evan Tyndall. Second row, Oisin Power and Captain Jamie Doyle. Back row, Sam Lindeman, Richie McHugh, Mark Kelly. The subs then for Malahide, Michael Tyrrell, Dave Morrow, and Kella, Camo Gallo, Nonso. We're calling you Camo for the rest of this game, mate. Rory McGinty and Billy Stambridge. All right, your referee, Andrew Muntz, gets this game underway. It's a good break already. Good break. He's over the 10-metre line. He's up to the halfway. He's done well. It's tackled just shy of the 10-metre line. Good start by Malahide. Penalty against Bective, hands on the ground. Good start by Malahide, well taken restart, danced up the wing. They'll be pleased with that. We're We're not even 30 seconds on the clock, and they've got a good position here now for 12. Dave O'Halloran, nudge up the line, give them an attacking line out. Wind today, guys, the weather, it's absolutely freezing. It is 5 degrees. There is a strong wind, and it is blowing, as you're watching on your screens, from the Bective to the Wesley end. So it's 15 knots, gusting 20. So Bective with the advantage of the wind in the first half. Overthrow, well tidied up by Chris Chen Hennessy. Gallagher. Now, ball out wide at the backs. Bobby Holland. Chris Rowland. Unlucky. So yeah, referee today is Andrew Muntz, and our 2 ARs. On this side we've got Leisha Traynor, and on the far side we've got Liam Diskin. So apart from the freezing cold and the wind for the spectators, it's actually a good day for a game. A lot of rain here in Dublin early this morning, but it finished at about 9 o'clock, so good conditions. Good crash ball, he's done well. Doing well, taken on by 8, Mark Kelly. Continued down the right hand side. Good tackle, Craig Cantwell. So Malahide on the 22 metre line, they go again. It's all Malahide, we're only 2 minutes into this game. Long pass, picked off by, it looked like Conor Halpenny there, so turnover ball. There's numbers down here on this side for Bective. Gilso puts through a high kick. Good positioning by 11. Conrad Daly, he's going to run it back. Good floating pass, so they're well willing to have a go here, Malahide. Eventually taken down by Bobby Holland, so reset for Malahide. Yeah, anybody, yeah. Oh, ref is calling that forward. Not sure about that. I was directly in line. Be a bit disappointed if I was a Malahide fan. So look, this is obviously we played Malahide. We played them in the Shield back in August, the Leinster Shield, which Bective won. We played them basically our first competitive game of the season. I think it was the last weekend of August. Bective won 36-21. But the last, that's not a hugely important competition. The last real competitive meeting between these two teams way back in 2018, when we drew 22-all with Malahide here in Donnybrook on our last AIL match. We were relegated after that. Spent 7 long seasons down in the Leinster League. Eventually we're back, and here we are. Long kick by Gilson, hasn't made touch, so taken back by James McKeown, 15. He wants to run it, he's done well, he's been unfortunate, ran into his own man there. Ref left to go. Now they have numbers, they get it out wide. He's had to cut back inside, eventually taken down by Gavin Kelly. So it's all Malahide at the moment. Good start from them, they'll be pleased with this. Slower ball, is he going to kick? He's not. Little dinky kick through. Where's it going to bounce? Unlucky. Knocked on, unlucky. Okay. No Rory O'Connor on camera today. Rory's out in Gran Canaria on holidays. Stay out of those sand dunes down in Maspalomas, mate. They're bad for your health. So we've got the multi-talented Weewa doing cameraman today. Getting our retaliation in first if the quality of the picture isn't great. Thanks for coming, Wee.
You're very welcome, Chuck. Bit tired. I was at John Spicer's wedding yesterday, sitting beside young Alan Spicer, all 6'11" of them.
Johnny Spicer, which wedding? Second, third, first, second time around the dance floor. Okay, first scrum, good solid scrum for Bective. Bobby Holland. He's done well. Now, in the reload, Gallagher offloads it to Chris Poole. Connor the Buff Kelly bounces the first guy off. Numbers down here on the short side for Bective, but Halpo has to dig it out. Gav Kelly, little tip on to Chris Hennessy. Eventually tackled just inside the 22. Numbers again, Oisin McCluskey, he's done well. Better continuity from Bective now. Gav Kelly down the short side. Tackled eventually, he's about 7 metres out. Long ball out to Oscar Regan on the charge. He's taken down 3 metres out. Picked up by Bective. First try, first real attacking opportunity for Bective. We are 6.5 minutes in. Opening try for Bective. Number 6, Oisin the Pretty Boy McCluskey. So, good interplay by Bective. First real attacking opportunity they've got. They've managed to make it pay. We've got the opening try of this game. We've got Matty Gilson in here now. Just outside the 22, looking to add the extras. Struck that well. Good return, good conversion. Okay, 7 minutes in. Score has moved out now with Gilso adding the extras. It's Bective 7, Malahide 0. Bective will be pleased with that start because, let's be honest, Malahide owned the ball for about the first 5 minutes there. So 12, Dave O'Halloran with the restart. High hanging ball. Taken by Chris Poole. Bective, they're going to go down the short side. They are. Chris Hennessy. Gavin Kelly. Slower ball. What are we doing? We're going to kick. So Conor Halpenny. High kick. Straight down. We've got Ollie Foot underneath it. Well taken by Malahide. He's done well. Danced a few couple of tackles. Wasn't held the 15, James McKeown. So this good play by Malahide. Looked like a deliberate knock on, was it? It was. Could be in trouble here, Oscar. Oh, I don't agree with this. Yeah, look, it was. Looked like he only went with one hand. Yeah, it's Oscar. It's unfortunate. So chance now for O'Halloran to give Malahide good field position. However, it is into the wind, so he's midway between the 22 and the 10 metre line. So 9 minutes in, Oscar's got 10 minutes in the naughty step. He'll be disappointed. Joined today on comms by the evergreen, very large Paul Hatton. Large tall, I meant, not large wide, large tall. Paul?
Bit of both. Yeah, great to be here. It's been a bit of an absence. Delighted to be down today to watch the game and help you out. Really good start by Bective. Yellow card is going to hurt when it comes to scrum time, especially at breakdown as well. So we're going to have to battle hard for the next 8 or 9 minutes.
Yeah, good set, good rolling ball by Malahide there. The ball with 6, Sam Lindman. Looks like it's stopped now. They're going to have to use it. They go down the short side. Little kick put through. Blocked by, looked like Gavin Kelly. Turnover ball, Bective. Now, Donald Lawler. Ball is broken through. What's going to happen?
That was a rip.
Opportunity 15, James McKeown. He's done well. He's drawn a man. He's set off the winger down the short side. Eventually scragged down. Forward number 1, Sam Penne. Now, O'Halloran again, long pass. knocked on, so the ref is playing advantage. They can get the ball out wide. They have got the ball out wide. He's been unlucky. He slipped. So it's a free play here for Malahide. Bective offside in the middle of the pitch. Ref has missed that. So O'Halloran, long pass out to 15 Keown. He's got a man outside him. They should score. However, 11, Conrad Daly left with no choice to come back in, so he was eventually taken down. Okay, it was a free play. Good defence by Bective to stop that. Thought they were going to score, so he's brought it back.
The free play's gone back for the offside, which you called rightly so there, Chuck. And I think the initial offence that for the intercept there, but there was two hands up and it was a valid attempt to go for an intercept. So thankfully the ref only played a hand out for an advantage for a knock on. But he's gone back to the offside in the park there, just off the last breakdown, giving them an opportunity to kick to touch now, potentially challenge for 7. Or take the shot at goal. So let's see what they decide. I think they're going to go for the touchline. They are lining up for the touchline kick.
Yeah, wind very strong out there in the pitch, Paul. We actually can't feel it too much up here, but I did walk the pitch about 40 minutes before, and it is very strong out there once you get under the kind of shelter of the stand. So O'Halloran's gone for the nudge up the line. They're about 18 metres out with a good attacking platform off the line out. Remember, Bective a man down. 3, 4, so they're calling 5 man plus 1. They've got a forward in the first receiver position.
It's an interesting decision to make when you've an opposition down to 7 men. I wonder why you call a short line-out, because essentially in the actual line-out competition you're going like for like numbers wise.
Throw them all in.
Yeah, I would instinctively go for the full 8, obviously 7 in the line-out. They've gone for a short cheeky play up the front and gained a couple of yards, getting closer on the 5 metre line now. It's a good play by Malahide and a penalty advantage, and that looks like it could be not releasing on the ground. I think that's what he seems to be indicating towards. Yeah, that was a clever play. We're going to get a warning here now. I would imagine he's going to talk to.
Yeah, look, we're 12 minutes in, Paul. We've 4 penalties and a yellow card already. Banging the drum all season about the penalty count. It hasn't been great, although we had a good result against Dolphin, but against Thomond, yellow card, Middleton yellow card, Brough yellow card, Monkstown yellow card, Ballyclare yellow card.
Yeah,
now we fixed that down in Middleton, or sorry, in Dolphin 2 weeks ago, where we only gave away 10 penalties and no yellow. But it's worrying. We're only 13 minutes in and already on a warning from the ref. So taken in the middle, they're setting up the rolling maul. They're going sideways rather than forward. Ball at the back with 7, Richie McHugh. Now they've had to release it. O'Halloran, good strong runner, excellent offload. That's a great try. He's done well. Sucked in 2 men. Little flip out of the back of the hand. That's a good try for Malahide. So we're 13 minutes in. Malahide off the mark. Score is Bective 7, Malahide 5, and you suspect conversion in front of the post to be a formality. Just looking for a number. It was number 4, so it was Oisin Power. Yeah, straight through the stick. So we've a drawn game. We're 14 minutes in. It's Bective 7, Malahide 7.
Go Bective! Let's go, Bobby! Let's go, Donna! Let's go, Ollie!
So Gilso 12 on the team sheet, but we're in 13 today. With the restart taken by Malahide, just outside their 22. Nice little tip on there to the 8. Returns a favourable forward. Okay, so good defensive pressure there by Conor Kelly. Force the forward pass, so good attacking opportunity for Bective now. Hats in the middle of the pitch, more or less opens up both sides depending on what happens in the scrum. Does the buff get a little nudge on, open it up for the right hand side for James Gallagher to pick and go, head straight for the 10 channel.
Yeah, there's been a lot of focus on the scrum ever since the Irish experience against South Africa last week. So but great restart by Bective. This is a really important part of the game. When you concede points, is how do you react to that? And often we give possession back to the opposition. So scrum time now. Looks like we're going to, it's a pretty steady scrum at the moment. They're going down the short side, but come on the open. James Gallagher doing a lovely bit of a break there, 5 or 10 metre gain. Tackle looked a little bit high, but I think that was all right. Good continuity. Buff is taking the ball on, making lots of yards. We need to get the clean out here. Fast ball. Gallagher again on possession and is in for the try. If he gets it down, he's short of the line. Great defence.
He made it.
Okay.
Second attempt.
Super positioning there by the referee. It looked like Malahide had done great in terms of preventing the try. A big shout out to Richard Mabry, our vice president, who's currently sitting at home on the bed with the dog, sick as a dog. Huge match with the under 20s. Huge match with the under 20s tomorrow, playing the Vikings, Coolmine and Sutton to get top of the table, having a great part of the start of the season so far with a huge victory against Barnhall last week.
Yeah, we broadcast that match last year, Paul, 27-0 to Bective against Barnhall. So good score for James Gallagher. He did take it off the back of the scrum, was involved twice in that move, crashes over. Second try for Bective. Gilso from more or less the same position as the last conversion. Oh yeah, perfect, straight between the sticks. Well done, Gilso. Okay, so we're 17 minutes into this game. Score is pushed out to Bective 14, Malahide 7.
Right, let's see how we react to this. Get some clean catch, get some territory back, and get Malahide in the back foot defending in their own half.
Break and play here. We're
Buff
looking
is
for
fixing
the
the
ball.
lace.
The Buff is back. Last couple of
You'd
games.
have to question the colour of boots for the front row. The front row union, I think, would have something to say about that.
Orange boots, Buff, not great, mate. You weren't reared on orange
the All
boots
Blacks
down.
with the yellow boots have seemed to set a trend.
Down in Offaly.
Great
Chris Poole, man and ball. He's done well.
Very well.
Plenty of men out here in the midfield for Bective. McCluskey. Going down the short side, they are. There's a number of forwards here. Gallagher.
Obviously outside our 22 now.
Yeah, so Halpo's going to box kick. He won't be going for a touch. Needs big hang time. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. Great hang time. However, ball is broken back and is taken back by Malahide. O'Halloran, he's been dangerous. Offloads back inside to Conrad Daly.
Oh, that's hands on.
Steal, it's a steal. The Buff has poached that. Turnover ball. We'll forgive you your orange boots.
Double turnover.
However, good counter rucking by Malahide. Looks like they've secured it back. They have. It's good offload there. Good offload. Good attacking there. No, thought about going down the short side. They're coming out open. Double tackle. Loose pass now. Loose pass. Keep going. Just kick it. Just kick it. He has kicked it. Well done, McCluskey. Taken on by 15, James McKeown. Really left with no option but to kick it. It's a good return kick down to the Bective 10 metre line. Taken by Chris Rowland. He wants to have a run.
Isolated, I think.
Space down the short side.
Look at the space here.
The Buff again involved. It's a kick now. They're narrow here. Yeah, it's a kick. A little kick pass maybe. Young Robert, he has spotted it, puts through a lovely kick for Tom McCarthy, catches it on the bounce. He's got McCluskey inside him. Well tackled. Good defence by 11, Conrad Daly. Ref is calling a knock-on. Crowd aren't happy. All right, taken on by Tom McCarthy. Tom is new to the club this year. Made his AIL debut for Bective 2 weeks ago down in Dolphin. Tom is from Cove. He's living in Blackrock now, South County Dublin. He's working with PwC, but Tom used to work for UCC. Sorry, used to go to UCC and play for them. And he also has minor football medals with St Michael's GAA in Cork. As I said, Tom made his debut. President gave him a bottle of whiskey as the bus pulled out of Musgrave Park 2 Saturdays ago. The whiskey was gone by about Fermoy. We had an interesting bus journey back. You know, we got a 5-point haul on the road. That doesn't happen very often. and we killed that bottle of whiskey. Gone by for more. It was like the olden days.
Good
It was
bottles of whiskey there to be drank, not to be looked at, you know?
Correct.
It was a super bit of play by him, though. I know you could argue that he should have passed, but like the inside ball was being tracked anyway. So I mean,
and
it could have been a 50-50.
He's a big unit, Tom. You know, he's 97 kilos, 6'1", so he's not your typical winger.
That should be.
He's holding on. He's holding on.
Well played. Good pressure at the break down there.
Now,
Oisin McCluskey.
what do we do? Tip and go in the corner,
I think
or
you've
take
got to
the
play
points?
this. Yeah, I think you've got to play this. I know that goes against my usual commentary.
Yeah, and I would take the points out as well. But
and
I
to
think,
be fair, Gilso's hit 2 of them from the same spot.
yeah, he's going to take the scrum. Okay, fair enough.
We seem to have a bit of dominance in the scrum, as was displayed in the last play.
Yeah, and Oscar is back from the sin bin as
just
well.
back in.
Yeah, so that's clever thinking.
If we
Teacup, thinking
It'd be a
clearly
nice
under
opportunity
pressure.
here with James Gallagher. If we take it up on the right hand side, just a soft shoulder, and then put it down through the short side wing there.
You don't want to be facing James 5 metres out,
No,
do you?
no.
Actually, you don't want to be
Great carrier
facing
of the ball.
James any time.
No, he's a very energetic carrier of the ball. Always makes yards.
Now, what can Bective do off this scrum? Again, it's good, solid scrum. Now they've got the nudge on. What are we going to do? We're going out wide. Right, so
Always gone for the
Gilso tackled just 2 metres short. Now, quick ball. It is quick ball.
He's on his own, though. He's on his own.
Chris Poole, little bit isolated. Pick and drive by the pack again. They're just short. Have another bite at it. They're in this time.
Yes.
They are. Excellent work. They're in. Trying to see who's picking himself up off the floor there. Number 1, it was Oscar Egan, just back from the sin bin, probably annoyed about the sin binning, so he's made his presence felt. We're 22 minutes in. That's third try to Bective 19, Malahide 7.
It's interesting. That try came some great recycling ball and continuity. But if you've been watching over the November internationals and specifically watching New Zealand and how they defend close in attack play, so say 5 metres in, on 2 occasions or 3, if I'm not mistaken, they've actually carried the attacking team over the line purposely in order to hold them up with the new rule, and it's really, really clever watching them do it, because essentially that's just a turnover ball and a goal line dropout, and those lads are kicking the ball 40-50 metres. So I mean, to talk about a get out of jail from your own line, it's something else, and I do think you're going to see other teams adopting that tactic, and it makes sense. If you're able to get high in the body and wrap them up, it makes a lot of sense. That conversion,
3 out of 3 conversions for Matt Gilson, so score moves out even further. It's Bective 21, Malahide 7. Look, agree with Hats. I had noticed the All Blacks are doing that. I'm not completely stupid. There is a tendency now to try and bring people over the line and hold them up. Not sure I agree with that rule, but they're the rules. Got to play the rules. So 21-7. We're 23 minutes in. 3 tries to Bective. Bective bench today, hadn't mentioned them beforehand. Rory Mulvihill, we've got Luke Meehan back from a shoulder injury, Niall Bocat, who could be making his AIL debut for Bective, Ross McGoey, and Big Dave Moran on the bench. Down the short side, little tip on by Chris Hennessy. Gavin Kelly, he's well stopped, he's driven back, it's good double hit by Malahide.
creeping up there in the centre.
Nice floating long pass out to Oisin. He needs support. Eventually Bective going for the kick to relieve pressure. Gilso, long kick, but well positioned there by 12 O'Halloran. Floats the ball inside to his fullback McKeown. He puts through a little dinky kick, but there's 2 Rangers under that. It's taken by Craig Cantwell. Brings the ball up. Nice little offload over his head into Chris Poole. He offloads James Gallagher. Another offload at the back there from James. Ball is turned over. So Malahide ball. They want to go down the short side. He's done well. He could go all the way. Depends on the bounce. Eventually recovered by Gilson. And looked like a late driving hit on Gilso. There's a bit of afters. It was a late driving hit. We're all in. Love this. Gilso, it was a late hit on him and they drove him into the ground as well as a late hit. reaction there. It looked by rollers. That's what you want. You want your guys jumping in to defend you. Not sure the ref actually saw the late hit. Gilso down there injured. Must have broken a fingernail or something.
My favourite part of that was listening to the Malahide bench quoting, "Get in there, Doyler." So whoever Doyler is, if you didn't get in, you're going to be in trouble.
So
Yeah, interesting enough, this is the moment where either we save that video or we delete the video. So it did look like a late hit. A bit like Tom Curry's last week.
yeah, and that was a late hit. Did your man's ACL?
It's a difficult one. If you're off the ground committed to hit, you can't pull out of it. But it's how you finish the hit. Do you follow through with the shoulder, or are there arms involved?
Now, this for me is really good refereeing by Andrew Muntz. Yeah, he's just let it go. And he said, right, cop yourselves on, handbags, let's move on.
Ironically, Bective could have been done for coming in outside of being involved in
well, it was also a late hit, you know. I know two wrongs don't make a right and all of that.
That's who's getting penalised in the game now.
Anyway, Malahide again, they've worked the ball out wide to 11, Conrad Daly. He's going to try and go on the outside. You won't beat rollers on the outside. He'll always do you for pace. Now, number 4, Machine Power. He's driven back, turnover ball. It's a bit frantic at the moment. Just need to calm it down a little bit now. The ref will be looking to calm it down. The game gets frantic. Tempers get frayed. Bective 3 forwards down here, down a very narrow short side. They're going to use them. They're going to kick. Alpo goes for the kick. It's high and it's safe. It's in touch. All right, everybody calm down. Thought that was good refereeing by Andrew Muntz there. You know, could have gone either way, and he just went, let's leave it go. 27 minutes in. Nothing like a good punch-up to get the crowd warmed up.
I mean, I tell you what, so far Malahide have demonstrated a great ability to spread the ball wide. They're looking to challenge us on the outside. We've stood up to it so far, but they're full of energy, there's no doubt. Can't take our eye off it.
Well taken by Malahide. Again, there's that lad O'Halloran out. Good crash ball by 13, Tom Hogan. They go again through 5. Captain Jamie Doyle. However, penalty against holding. No, Jonah Lawler poach. Good work, Donna.
Just great positioning to get in and steal that. You know, it's all about positioning, being able to read the play.
Yeah, we're talking about Curry there. You know, can't remember your man's name for Argentina, but the lad did his ACL and it was a late tackle.
Well, Contepalme, I think, was very clear in his after-match.
He's an arky pain in the arse anyway.
Yeah, but he was good. What the words he was using was very interesting.
They're fiery Latins, the Argentines. But look, speaking ACLs, Joe Quilter, the mad lunatic out of Mount Hawk from Tralee. Joe's a stalwart Ranger, did his ACL early in the season, actually came on tour with us to Toulouse, not knowing his ACL was gone. Got a new one up in the Beacon on Thursday. So best wishes to you, Joe. Hope to see you back soon. All right, loose play, Bective. Chris Hennessy, there's open space now. What's he going to do? He's over that 22. Need support. Stay up for the support. Get support. Now, quick ball. No, it's good defence. 12 again by O'Halloran. He's had a good game for Malahide. However, Bective got it back now. 5 metres out. What are they going to do? Gilso. Young Robert. Didn't want to throw out poor ball. Tidied up by Chris Poole. Comes short side. He does. Craig Cantwell. Big unit. Looked like a headshot. Ref is leaving it go. Chen, well tackled, double hit by Malahide, driven him back 5 metres. Slow ball, Bective go again, Oscar Regan. Short side, we have the number short side. Now, Chris Roland, short side, just inside the 22, he's well tackled. Ball is broken loose in the tackle. Turnover ball for Malahide. Okay, look, a lot of attacking intent for Bective. It's just a bit loose and sloppy at the minute.
Yeah, very, very frantic play over the last 3 or 4 minutes. Exciting to see both sides are looking to run. They're looking to play sort of high tempo rugby. When a front row gets the ball like that, which is in a clear run, sometimes they lose a run of themselves. I think Chris. I think Chris did the right thing. It's easy from the side and to say the pass is on, but when you're a front row forward running at full tilt, it's not necessarily always on, especially when your option is being tracked. So short line out here, 5-man line out, Bective possession.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Well spoiled, however.
Well done.
Tidied up by Chris Hennessy's all action today, Chris. Donna Lawler taking it on. Crowd screaming for offside in the middle by Malahide. Now, at the back, Bobby Holland takes it on. Beats the first man before he's dragged down. Continue down the short side. The buff in the orange boots. Now back against the grain. McCluskey, tip on. There's Chris Hennessy again. He sees through the hole. He offloads it. Gets the ball to skipper. Matty Gilson. Ref is calling a forward pass. All right, good intent. Look, Chen, Chris Hennessy. He's all over this game at the minute.
I think poor old Chris is going to be asking. He's going to be asking, who the hell keeps passing me the ball in the open? Brilliant play, though. Brilliant play, and he got the pass away to Gill. So unfortunately, deemed to be forward, but the referee was on the spot.
Yeah.
We're back on the halfway line, so from our perspective, it did look flat, but the ref is there, so he calls it. But it's great, from being optimistic the way we're playing. I think there is a fourth try in us, but challenge is breaking down Malahide's defence. They're not making it easy, that's for sure.
Yeah, look, we've tidied up our discipline. We haven't given away a penalty in 15 minutes. Penalty count at the moment, 4 against Bective with a yellow card, 3 against Malahide. Yeah, the halfback's got to put it in too. The ref is right, go again. Yeah, but the halfback was playing for that. He dummied the put in.
The referee's on the wrong side. He needs to come around this side and have a look.
Think we might have them in the scrums here, Paul.
No, for sure we do. Looking at the two teams, it looks like we have the weight advantage anyway, for sure. A pack.
So McNicholas with the feed. Straight into the second row. However, great drive by Bective. Number 8 has done really well there to take the ball off a retreating scrum. Mark Kelly looks like a poach for Bective, is it? No, ref has called hands off.
James Gallagher was all over that ball. On his feet.
Let's take him down. Good defence again. They're going to kick now. They are box kicked by the halfback. Hasn't gone too far. Couple of Rangers underneath it. They've knocked it on. So free play. Second bite of the cherry. You can see how strong that wind is, Paul. Holding the ball up. Now Chris Rowland. Raking kick into the 22. Taken by 15. James McKeown. He does well to make his touch, does he? He doesn't make it. Taken by Rowland on the bounce. McKeown tackles him. However, Rowland offload at the back of the hand to skipper Matty Gilsonen. He's eventually tackled into touch. All right, good play. We're 33 minutes in.
Again, trying to play it. Chris caught there. I think he thought he was going to be through. Got caught by the ankle. But look for the pop-up, Gilso on his shoulder, and just unlucky. He was powered into touch there. Good defence by Malahide. It is very frantic at the moment. I'm not sure if you get that sense watching, but certainly here it's very frantic, very high energy. But it's from both sides, so it's going to be really tough for Bective to break Malahide down. Even though at 21-7, Malahide are still very much in this game, and they're going to be a threat with the wind behind them in the second half. I think we need to build that scoreboard.
Yeah, I see Chris Rowland down here in front of us. Not sure if we're getting it on the camera.
It's a finger.
Look, he's had a problem with a laceration in his hand for the last kind of 6 weeks, and he's opened it up nearly every game. That one, though, I think it's just a finger injury rather than the cut reopened. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 man called by Malahide. I keep saying this, Paul. Every line it's a 5 man now. Every line, you know. A lot of animation, but they take it cleanly at the back. That ball is outside the 22, so they can't bring it back for a kick directed touch. So it's a high hanging kick taken by Rowland on halfway. He's got Craig Cantwell outside him. Craig loves to run. He's he's up to the 22. He's going on the outside. He's going all the way. That is, what a tackle! What, you gotta give it to him. What a tackle! Well, defensive tackle. I think it was 15, James McKeown, buy that guy a pint because he saved a certain try.
Watching the under-13s last night in the main pitch playing against the Monkstown Wanderers barbarian team. Monkstown Wanderers broke from their own line, ran the length of the pitch to score, and young Arthur Young, one of our under-13s, playing at full-back in an uncomfortable position for him, chased him the whole way, and it was a like-for-like tackle there. For any young kids watching this, the game is still on before the whistle is blown, okay, until the whistle is blown, so you keep playing. That player chased and forced a defensive line out on their own line and prevented a try, and now it looks like a potential injury as well. But that's brilliant. Great to see that. I mean, I would have liked to have seen the bonus point try, but it's great to see, playing
Great
the
defense.
game. Yeah,
great
just,
defense.
You don't give up until it's
I think it was 15. James McKeown buried him into touch.
Super.
Both of them are now down injured. Both of them injured. Okay, so we're 36 minutes in. We've a little bit of break in play here. Big shout out to Tiernan McCluskey, former club captain, and Matty Keane. They're out watching us on a laptop in a pub in Hanoi in Vietnam. Two lads, of course, out studying the architecture and the mountains and the rivers out in Hanoi. Nothing to do with the ladies.
in Trinidad with your fans.
Yeah, and also we were from the cheap seats down there. Stick to your job, mate. You're not in comms today. Asked me to call out Mickey and Marcel out in Trinidad watching the match of the O'Farrell clan, Team O'Farrell. Okay, so looks like McKeown is injured. He's not going to return to the pitch. Short line out, taken well at the front by Malahide. Exit strategy now. What are they going to do? Trying to open up the angle, get a better angle, and they've done well here. They've taken it out about 8 metres now. The halfback O'Halloran.
They've actually reduced the angle by passing it back inside.
Well, the positioning for O'Halloran, he should have been kind of.
So if Matty and Tiernan are listening, and you're in Hanoi, so just south of there on the Nha Trang beach, if you're in a bar in there, whatever you do not mention my name.
Okay, and that's stop now. Stop. I've already been cancelled once this season.
That's all I see, but I'm able to stop. I pulled the handbrake up at that.
Nothing else. Nothing else to say here. Nothing to see. Move on.
I know. What a beautiful part of the world. Back to ball. Donald Lawler.
Yeah, he did well taking it at the back. McCluskey, little offload. Gavin Kelly takes it up the guts. Yeah, they're looking for the rip and the contact. Yes, they are.
They have actually turned us over a few times.
Long ball out now. Oscar Regan, he's got James Gallagher.
Yeah, let's stay with them, James. Hands away.
Hands off. Gav Kelly, second time involved.
Got to release.
Down the short side again. Gilso steps inside. Needs support. Resource that ruck we have. Continue down the short side. The buff in the orange boots. He'll always make yards. He's made 3 yards now. Chris Hennessy. Gilso, loose pass, tidied up by Ollie Foot. He's dangerous running on his own. See what I mean? Great handoff. Savage hit on him. However, Bective get the ball back. Tom now, straight in. Tom, he's done well. Stayed in from touchline. Ref is bringing it back. Penalty Bective for offside.
That was a big hit taken by Ollie Foot there. Nice side step, and off his stepping to the right, he used his hand off as well in the motion. Any of the kids watching, that's how you do it. That's how you do
not a lot in Ollie, but
goose step.
So gutsy, tough player.
No, he's very good. Yeah. Took a big knock though in that context. So what are we going to do? Looks like tip and go. What have we got up the sleeve?
Watch Conor Kelly. Taken on by the brother Gavin. Now we want quick ball.
Conor the short side. Short side, and he's he's short. Oh, he's got it.
He's in.
He reached out.
He's in. The absolute, whatever the opposite is of a commentator's curse, that was it. Told you beforehand, watch Conor Kelly. Seen that move a few times. Buff, he's 129 kilos of raw, awfully beef. Hard to stop 5 metres out. It's hard to stop anywhere, but he's hard to stop 5 metres out. That's a great result for Bective. Just on half time, we've 30 seconds to go. Bective have now got 4 tries on the board, so we've got a bonus point already.
Yeah, and we've seen him. So in terms of the style of play, Malahide have demonstrated to date, moving the ball, fast ruck ball, moving the ball wide, challenging for the outside channels. Going into the second half, different game. The wind is going to be behind them. I'd imagine that they've got a couple of good kickers. They're going to be kicking for territory, looking to ping behind our wingers and rush up in a sort of a line defence off that. Be interested to see. So we have the kick here to make it 28 points to 7 going into half time. I think this should probably the last play. Same side for Gilso. And he's nailed it.
Oh, it's a super kick. 4 from 4 for skipper Matty Gilson. Pushes the score out to Bective 28. Bective 28, 4 tries. Malahide 7.
Can't be too much left in this half, probably 3 or 4 minutes. We've had 1 or 2 injuries.
Yeah, we did, yeah, so we had
the Malahide fullback is still there.
And he's still in the same spot, sitting over there in the corner flag.
It's not good.
Yeah, it's not good.
I'm wondering, are they waiting on a
Nina, a weewa, as they call them, a weewa. Okay, McCluskey. He's done well to take that restart.
He's outside the 20.
Outside, so we can't kick directed touch, so
they'll play again.
slower ball, Gavin Kelly.
Now he's inside, now they can kick. Well done.
Gilso
Okay, that's half time.
kicks it off. We're half time. Okay, entertaining first half, Paul. Great 40 minutes by Bective. 4 tries on the board. It's a 21-point lead. Bective 28, Malahide 7. We're going to take a smoke break. We'll be back to you in 5 minutes. Stay tuned.
Chicken and broccoli. And you got
Obviously this part's out.
Half-time scores just from around the country in our division. Middleton hosting Clonmel, Clonmel 26-14 ahead. Ballyclare hosting Dolphin, Dolphin 24-12 ahead. Down in Ballyone Park it's Brough 15, Belfast Harlequins 5. And in the big game, kind of top-ish of the table clash, Monkstown hosting Thomond. Monkstown are 19-7 ahead.
Make sure don't be afraid to shout at Pooley.
Ben Mannion, Bective head coach, you got to be happy with that first half. 4 tries to 1, 4 forwards, 2 front row, 2 back row, and Gilso dead-eye Dick on the conversions.
Yeah, attack's been good. We have got a good win behind us, which we've got to be mindful of for the second half. Our attack's been good. At defence, we've been very passive, so that's been our big work on at half time. So hopefully we can shut them down. You know, we've had the best D in the league for a good while now, so that's our aim now. So we've got the bonus point in attack, now it's about D.
Okay, cheers. Thanks, Ben. Good luck. O'Halloran with the kick-off. Kicks it long. Finds James Gallagher. Is it? It's not. It's Oisin McCluskey. Chris Poole, he's done well bringing it just outside the 22 before they eventually haul him down. Now load of forwards down here. What are we going to do? Gilso, skip pass. Chris Rowland takes it on himself. He's done well. He's over the 10 metre line before they take him down. Good poach by Malahide. No. The buff. He's well tackled by his opposite number and driven back in the tackle. It's great play by number 1 for Malahide. Bobby doesn't want to throw out poor ball, so just sets it up himself. The buff is now down injured. Ref's going to have to stop this game. No, he's leaving it go along. Chris Hennessy. Buff still down injured. Gavin Kelly, the brother. Good defence by Malahide. Yeah, good defence by Malahide. Now back to throw it wide. Long floating pass. Looked like it was knocked on. It's tidied up. Actually, the ref is saying it was knocked on by Malahide. He's eventually now going to bring it back. Conor Kelly in a bit of difficulty there, down just inside the Bective half. Looks like ribs. He got absolutely smashed in the tackle by the loose head for Malahide. Conor looking very uncomfortable. I think we're going to see Luke Meehan coming on. Alright, so a little bit of time off. I'll just remind you guys, we did have the QR code up on the screen at the start. The Your Club, Your Country draw has been extended until Wednesday. Bective, we've done really well, yeah. We're ahead of what we took in last year, so we thank you for that. But if you've got a spare tenner between now and Wednesday, I'd love you to buy another ticket, please.
Buff's obviously had a situation resolved there.
He's getting back up.
It was a rib injury, but the looks of it.
Yeah, it looked like ribs, yeah.
He's back up, that's good. There's a couple of scores came in there from the...
Yeah, I read them out there
Did
down
you?
at
Oh, you got
half-time.
them?
Yeah, I read them at half-time. But you might keep that app open, that Any Score app, Paul. Penalty against Bective. What's he saying? Dropping the knee. Yeah, dropping the knee in the scrum. Lip from Bective. Stop doing that, lads.
Hometown we're winning.
So now, Dave O'Halloran, what's he going to do into the corner? It's a good nudge too. Remember, he's got the wind behind him now in the second half. So crushing tackle by number 1, Sam Penney. I thought actually myself it was Evan Tyndall. Speaking with Malahide coach Mikey Kenny before the match, he was saying Evan Tyndall, he said just call him Phil Mitchell. Obviously an in-house EastEnders type joke. So well taken by Malahide at the back. They've got it well set here now. They're inching forward. They're doing well. They're still on Bective at 6s and 7s on their maul defence here. Ball breaks loose. It's actually been turned over. Well taken by Matt Gilson. Now where Bective going? Going to try down the short side. Chris Hennessy takes it on. Continue down the short side. Yeah, give it to Gallagher. Here we go. Begbie on the charge. Picked up by Gavin Kelly. However, he's well tackled. Donald Lawler. He's done well. Took 2 men to take him down. Offside in the middle of the pitch. Ref hasn't seen it. Given a penalty there. James Gallagher took a headshot. Yeah, surprised he's not having a chat. High tackle there by 8 Mark Kelly.
So if you want to go through some of the scores currently in Division 2C, Middleton at home against Clonmel, losing 14-26. Ballyclare at home against Dolphin, losing 12 points to 24. Bruff at home to Belfast Harlequins, up 15-5. And into the second half, Monkstown at home against Thomond, who are the league leaders at the moment. Monkstown winning 19-14 in a very tight game, and obviously, as you know here, 28-7.
Yeah, like there won't be a lot between Monkstown and Thomond. Really hard to beat Monkstown down in Sydney Parade, but Thomond flying high in this league. Played 6-1-5. They have a points difference, 106. They're scoring a lot of tries, Thomond. My dark horse, of course, for this league. I've been saying it for a number of weeks. I fancy Clonmel. They're really hard to beat down in Ardguia. They're away at Middleton and they're winning at the moment. Anyway, that's the other games. We'll stay with these ones. Glad to see James back up. Gilso finds a safe touch. Remember, Bective playing into a very strong wind in this second half. Subs for Bective now. We've got Rory Mulvill has come on for, I think it's Oscar Egan. Yeah, I can still see the buff out there. Well taken by Gavin Kelly, soaring in the middle of the line out. Now ball at the back with Chris Poole. Bective have made 7-8 metres on this. Stop now, they're going to have to use it now. Pooler breaks off himself. He's done well tackled. Gav Kelly got man and ball. Quick recycle. Gilso flicks it out the back now. Up chance here. No, Bobby's had to take it back in against the grain. There's no space out wide. Offside. Halpo couldn't throw it out. Ref should be blowing that one. However, continue down the short side. Gilso. Little pop ball onto Oisin. All action. His mum Anne-Marie has returned to watch us today. Having got her hair done 2 weeks ago. She didn't go down to Dolphin. Called her out on it. Not great, Anne-Marie, but good to see you back. Rory Mulvill. Gilso, long pass. Oh, nearly intercepted. It was a one-hander. However, I'm not a fan of the yellow cards for the intercept. I'm not, so I'm glad to see he hasn't done that. It was a genuine
it's
attempt.
exceptionally cynical, of course, but in those cases they are all one or two hands.
Yeah, but the cynical one is the kind of the slap down. Yeah, like in fairness to 14 there, Daniel Hayes, he was trying.
Oh, he was going.
He was trying.
And if he got it, he was in.
And he was in. Yeah, there was no one home in backfield for us.
He came through in third gear ready to shoot.
Okay, so changing the front row, as I said, we got Rory back after long-term absence, shoulder injury. I think it's the second time back this season. Came on as a sub, if I remember, down in Dolphin, where we had a great 5-try, 5-point haul. Great bus journey back. Good solid scrum by Bective. Ollie foot. It's worked the space. Little offload out the back of the hand. Ball eventually out to Tom McCarthy. He's no choice but to come back in. Bouncing fellas off him. It's a big unit, young Tom. Now, short side, no. Halpo, he's nowhere to go. The shooter came up there, number 6, Sam Lindman. Which kind of closed off the space, so he did well to take it on himself. Chris Hennessy. It's been all action today, Chen. O'Sheen. I'm not sure about that. Honestly, I'm not sure about that. However, I'm not the referee. Didn't think that was high. Be disappointed if it was Malahide now. Gilso, take the points, are in the corner. He's into a strong wind. He's going up the line. Man down injured for Bective.
Nice.
That's a great nudge. That is a great kick. That's brought us up to about 7 metres out. Nice attacking line out for Bective. Assistant referee, Leisha Trainer. She got the wrong hand out there, Leisha. It's our ball.
I think he's a corner.
Yeah. So we got sub coming on for Bective. Craig Cantwell never really got over that life-saving tackle in the corner by the 15, James McKeown. Got his knee strapped heavily at half-time, but he's not going to make it, so Craig is off, replaced by 20, Dave Moran. Dave, good lad. I work with his granduncle, Colin. Good lad, Dave. Now, Bective, what can we do here?
Dave's come in at second centre, correct?
Chris Poole on the break. Chris, 5 tries so far this season. Chen. He's been all over this game today, hasn't he, Chris? Said out commentators, Chris. There you were. My fault. Sorry, Chris. My fault, mate.
Yeah, knocked down, but in some cases there's a lot of pressure on the ball and contact by Malahide. They are looking for the rip.
Yeah, in every tackle. Big cheer from the crowd. Another sub coming on. Young Ross McGoey continues to wear the white boots, Ross, even though I call you out week in, week out. Ross coming in at half-back to replace Conor Halpenny. Conor struggling all week with tonsillitis. I was actually surprised to see him start today. So Dave Moran's gone in at full-back. Rollers has gone onto the wing. Dave's an absolute massive boot. Played 10 up in UCD. AIL is 10 for UCD for a number of years. Now, we get an 8-man on here, disrupt this ball.
The sensible thing for Malahide to be to clear the lines, but it looks like we have...
yeah, they've no kicker back in the 0 position. We have got... That's a great scrum by Bective. That's a great scrum by Bective. Usually disrupting the ball. Okay, take another one. Take another one. What do you reckon, Hats?
Well, if you're South African, all you want to
take
do is
another one. Scrum all day, and when you finish scrum, take another scrum.
If that's where your advantage is, why would you not take it? People were giving out about South Africa playing boring rugby last week, scrum after scrum. But as I'd say, like if that was me and I had that pack, I'd do it the exact same. Well, I think it's a bit of sour grapes.
They're not listening to us. We're going to have another go.
Okay, it's a
tap and go. It's a move. Don't think the Buff will get this one. It's not 100% hit after that rib hit.
Oh, it's a switch pass.
Chris Poole.
A knockdown. Sometimes
Ball
it can be
was
overcomplicated.
knocked on, yeah, okay.
Turnover play, back to where we were, and the clearance.
O'Halloran, big long kick. It's not going to make touch. Nasty bounce on the Astro. Eventually taken by Tom McCarthy. Just run full tilt at him, Tom. Good lad. Chris Poole. 2-man, 3-man to tackle him. He's called it again. I'm not sure. I'm not going to argue. He's taken the card out this time, so it's a card for hooker Lee Byrne.
In other news, Thomond have taken the lead in Sydney Parade, 21 points to 19 against Monkstown. Dolphin have extended their lead in Ballyclare with 29 points to 12. No other changes on the scores in Division 2.
Say that Thomond Monkstown game is just a cracker. Yeah, two teams like to attack, like to spread the ball wide,
You would have called that a close game either way, but that would be a big victory for Thomond away from
Yeah, so in the Ace of Clubs and the Club Scene podcast, it's like kind of online manager sort of stuff. You pick matches. I actually picked Monkstown to beat Thomond in Sydney Parade. It's very hard to beat them down there.
We have 25-30 minutes left in that game.
Yeah,
so
and the other game in 2C that was in that Ace of Clubs competition was Middleton Clonmel, and I picked Clonmel to beat Middleton, even though Middleton are at home.
Well, they're 12 points up against Middleton.
Chris Poole now coming off after that hit. Okay.
Looks a bit dazed. Doesn't seem to be holding any particular body parts. Is it the shoulder or no? Probably just a bang to the head, is it?
So, on the pitch, young Niall Niall Bocat out of Mount St. Michael and Ross Carberry. Bocat is making his AIL debut for Bective. He played in the 2 Shield matches at the start of the season, but this is his first real debut. He's lucky it's at home, otherwise he'd be singing a song on the bus on the way back. But we'll get him next week.
They can probably still make it.
Bocat, of course, who's sharing a house with Joe Quilter. Jesus, the neighbours must love those two lunatics. A mad Cork man and a mad Kerry man sharing a house up in Leopardstown. God help the neighbours. Okay, 54 minutes in, no score in the second half, but Bective 21 points ahead, going for another 5-man. Remember, of course, now the Malahide are down a man, and we discussed this. Why don't you throw them all into the line out? A lot of animation, eventually taken at the back by James Gallagher. Ball at the back now with Chris Hennessy. They've got a good rumble on here, they're going forward.
It's out though, it's out.
It's broken off, so he's tackled. The buff. Hands on. Bocat, first involvement, he's done well. Good man, Niall. Chen, again, the double tackle. It's good defence by Malahide, you know. Our one-off runners, it's look at double tackle on the buff again. But we're getting forward. Bocat again, comes back inside. Eventually he's taken the ground about 3 metres out. We're a bit narrow. We're a bit narrow, so going to have to keep going up the guts. We're just shy of the line. Little tip on by Gav Kelly.
Short.
Another go short again, but we're now on penalty advantage, so free play.
Could be another card here. No. Is he slow?
He's calling offside.
Okay. So that'll just be a warning. It really is when you get that close to the line. It's a difficult decision to make to go for the line, because if you don't get it and you're held up, you've given away 40 yards.
Yeah, you know, I'm coaching the young fella all the time. We're watching games at home. He's on the under 12s, and he even says it now without me even saying it. You pick and go twice, and then he starts screaming, space is out wide. Go pick and go once or twice, and then try. Especially when we have a free shot there.
And you see at international professional level, the defenders are literally nearly on their belly. So in terms of trying to get under them, which is where you get the ball presentation over the line and clear for the
Dan
referee.
Sheehan last year
hard.
where he went over them.
Yeah, that was
he went over them.
That was definitely questioned, but perfectly legal.
You're allowed dive in the art of scoring a try. Yes, that was the ruling on it. Yeah.
Right, so dominant scrum. Let's see what we do here.
We get a nudge here, and James comes off the back. You know, he's only 5 metres out. It's a bit messy. It's a bit messy. It's called us a driving up and across, I think, Paul. Yeah.
Look, nobody knows what's happening there in the front row, but I think that's the decision he's made.
You played in the second row, and you don't know what happens to the front, no?
Yeah, no. You just close your eyes and push.
It's a good relieving kick by O'Halloran. That's a great kick. That is a super kick. Brings the ball up just shy of the halfway line.
It's a huge
so let off, escape from Malahide. Forwards will thank him for that. Pressure released. Still going on a short 5-man line out. Goes to the back overthrow, but it's taken by Chris Hennessy. He's up to the 22 before he's eventually taken down. He pops it up to Gallagher. Good support, James. Now, ball. He's knocked it on. There was a hand played the halfback. Looked like it was a hand played the halfback.
That's what he's playing for.
He hasn't seen it. Okay. We've no monitor here, so it's only as we see it with the naked eye, but to me it looked like somebody did an old Jack Crowley there.
Well, as a break in play, Dolphin have stretched their lead against Ballyclare, 34 points to 12. Monkstown, Thomond still at 21-19. Belfast Harlequins and Bruff 15-7. 26-14 to Clonmel against Middleton in Middleton. And as you know, 28-7 here still.
Okay. So, busy day in the AIL 2C round 7. Hats will keep us updated in the other matches. Let's concentrate on this one. No score in 18 minutes in the second half. I know we're playing into the wind.
We said the way the conditions and the way Malahide are playing, we had a lot to do.
Long kick by the 10, Mickey Hanley.
Well fielded.
Mikey Hanley, well fielded by Ollie Foote. He's done well. Eventually tackled just inside the Malahide half. Offside, that man Shooter was offside. McCluskey did well to tidy that up. Now where are we going? Young Robert Holland. Stop calling him old man Bobby. You've changed now. It's young Robert. Tidied up by Gavin Kelly. Another high shot.
Oh, and it's turned
out turned out bad for the poor Malahide lad.
They're calling on for help here. This could be another substitution for Malahide.
Yeah, he doesn't look in a great way.
Again, hard to see what the actual contact there was, but it's holding his head. So you'd have to assume there was head contact, but initiated by himself purely by the height.
Yeah.
It is all about lowering the hips. You know, when we coach the minis, we almost talk about trying to touch the grass with your left or right hand as you go into the tackle, bringing your body down to that level. To at least demonstrate that you're attempting to tackle low.
Yeah, it looks like the centre, David O'Halloran, probably their best player so far. Look, another break and play. Shout out to first team manager Supremo, the guy who does everything, Ben Keeley Jr., tuning in from, I think it's Auckland, down in New Zealand. It's only about 4 a.m. tomorrow morning down in Auckland. Good man, Ben. Hope you're happy with the 4 tries, but we need to close out the game. Again, you can see the strength of the wind there. Gilso only making about 12 metres.
Dolphin have gone to 41 points to 12. They've walking away with that game in Ballyclare.
The Dolphin are a fine side. I know we got 5 tries and 5 points against them, but they mullered us in the scrums. They threw guys up on defensive lineouts, every lineout 2 weeks ago, and they caused us trouble. Dolphin are a fine side. Ballyclare, of course, struggling with injuries this season. They've a lot of guys out injured. Okay, reset by the ref. Not sure why he's resetting it. Another 5-man call by Bective. We go long. It's an overthrow. It was knocked on by Dunna, unfortunately, so it's going to be a scrum to Malahide. Malahide, who've had a tough start to this season. They lost away to Monkstown, then they lost at home against Belfast Harlequins, but they did get a bonus point. They lost again down in Arguia against Clonmel. They lost at home then against Thomond. They lost away against Middleton, so they were on a 5-match losing streak before they eventually got the win. 2 weeks ago, the match was actually moved up to Ashburn because their pitch in Estuary Road was unplayable, but they beat Bruff 21-15, so tough start to the season, Malahide. Right, break off by the number 8, slips through the first tackle, eventually tackled by Gilsonan in the centre. Continue down the short side here. Nice little inside ball to the substitute prop. He's eventually stopped by Niall Bokett.
Low. Oh,
good double hit by Bective. Good double hit by Bective. James Gallagher and Chris Hennessy.
Met him on the gain line. Ball is in play. The referee said play on.
Turnover ball. It's a penalty turnover to Bective.
You know, you have to play the whistle in these situations. Everyone's looking at the referee for whatever reason. We were on the ball. I think it was Bobby that had his hands on the ball.
Little kick pass coming here by Gilson, and he spotted some space out wide. Oh, unlucky Rollers, unlucky. Good thinking by Gilso. He spotted Roland out here on the wing in free space. It was a good kick pass. Of course, the kick pass invented by a great Munster fly half Ronan O'Gara about 20 years ago. So it was good thinking by Gilso. Unfortunately, Rollers' ball was knocked out in the tackle. Good play. Okay, we're coming up to 63 minutes in. Both my feet are now absolutely numb, and I triple socked leaving the house today, and I'm still freezing cold. Ireland,
a good game in Limerick there with Brough 20 points, Belfast Harlequins 14, second half.
Yeah, Kilballyowen Park is like a fortress. Brough very rarely lose down
game
to Kilballyowen.
though, a long Isle trip for the lads in Belfast.
Yeah.
We head up to Belfast next Saturday.
We do.
Power.
Again, good scrum by Bective, but Malahide get the ball out. Long raking kick by 20. Billy Stanbridge deep into the Bective 22. Difficult bounce for Ollie. He's going to have to kick it. That's not a bad return. That is not a bad return. Malahide take it quickly. Want to keep the ball in play. Here's the hooker number 2, Lee Byrne, back after his yellow card. So Malahide back up to 15. They go down the short side, are they? Little snipe by the halfback. He's tackled by James Gallagher. Now they've worked the ball out wide. They've done well, kicked through, well positioned. Ended up being a kick straight into the guts of Ollie Foot. However, they've turned it over. They've got possession back again. Now O'Halloran, long floating pass out. Good tackle by Bobby Holland on the 8. Trying to work the ball out to the winger. They've eventually got it out to him, Dan Hayes, but unfortunately it was a forward pass. They'll be disappointed at that.
You wouldn't have seen it on the camera from the last scrum there, but Sam, the loose head from Malahide, and Connor Buff had a lovely exchange. Sam, it was actually a nice one. Sam was quite elevated after the scrum, but the two boys still in sort of a hugging position, patted each other on the chest and had a smile. Great to see that. Great contest on the park, but able to acknowledge a set of dominance there by Connor, by his opposite number, but really good to see. Monkstown, Sydney Parade, 26 points to Monkstown, 26 points to Thomond.
So they're draw at the minute.
It's a draw at the moment, yeah.
Okay.
And obviously with the setup of the league as it stands now, it's the top 4 going to go into a playoff as a result.
So you only need to finish in the top 4.
Top 4 finish, ideally top 1 and 2 for home.
For home advantage, yeah. 1 against 4, 2 against 3. Don't agree with it myself, but there you are.
I think the only club that voted against it was Thomond, and you can understand why.
They're right, yeah, they are right.
It does seem unusual though, to start into a league and then
5 matches in, change the rules.
And then they start changing things. I would kind of, I'd have to say whether you agree with the result of it or not, it's wrong. I don't think there's a need for it, and
they should have done it before the season started.
Yeah, and look, they went to a vote, but like, what do you think? At least the bottom 4 or 5 clubs are going to vote. Of course they're going to vote for the option.
Particularly because when it happened, Thomond were 5 for 5, and there were 25, so they'd have bagged a maximum 25 points.
Unreal start by them.
Yeah.
And fair play. You have to credit that, look, you know, super start to the season.
66 minutes in. Still no score in the second half. Coach Ben Mannion did call it out, saying we're playing into a stiff breeze in the second half.
You don't really get to see it from the flags down there. The flag covers are heavy plastic, so they're not really reacting as much to the wind as the old flags, the old cloth flags. But there is definitely a bit of wind out there.
There's no question, down into the Wesleyan, directly down the pitch.
Clear crash ball on Gilso here. If they come down the short side, he was on.
Gilso comes inside. He's done well.
Lovely carry.
Eventually he's hidden by Sam Payne. Gav Kelly. Come back this side, down the short side, No, we're going wide. Chris Hennessy. Come back against the grain, come back. Big Dave Moran. High hanging kick. He's underneath it.
Well taken.
Ollie Foot is underneath it. Slowest man on the pitch, and he regains possession, although it's stolen. Turnover ball from Malahide. Now we've nobody in the backfield if they can break the first line. Halloran, I think, has seen that. He'd be disappointed with the kick though. He's found Chris Rowland. Roller's going to run. He's got great toes. He's up to the 10-metre line. Puts through a little dinky kick. However, it's picked up by 11. Conrad Daly out the back of the hand, pass to his hooker. He's done well. Eventually dragged down by straight through the ruck there by number 11. Ref didn't see it. It's a good contest this though, Hats. Good contest.
It's definitely a good game of rugby to watch.
Good
Either
tackle.
side are backing down.
Good tackle, young Robert Holland. It's the hooker, Lee Byrne.
Teams 28-7 down would often give up and walk out the gate.
Yeah, they're not giving up.
certainly
No,
not
they're
doing that.
continuing to play. They're trying to get the ball wide at every opportunity. Good tackle by McCluskey.
Oh, Jesus.
Now Malahide coming down this left-hand side. 13 bounces off one. Eventually he's taken down by young Robert. It's good defence by Bective. You know, Malahide had the ball for the last minute or two, and Bective were just holding them out, holding them back.
Oh, that's off. That's off.
Oh, that's harsh. I hope he's only given a knock on here. It looks like it's a free play for Malahide.
It's a knock on. Yeah.
Knock on advantage.
Not,
Okay.
anything else. I think that advantage will be gone now after this play, surely.
So they continue to try and go wide. That's a great tackle. Great tackle by the buff on 12, Dave O'Halloran. However, they have numbers, they can work it out. They can't. It's intercepted by young Bobby Holland. Has he got the wheels? He hasn't, but he has the vision to get it out to a fella half his age. And young Ross McGoey floating out on the wing. Eventually scores a fifth try for Bective. Great play by Bobby.
Yeah.
Great play.
I think you've got to credit Bobby for that. He pulled up the handbrake when he realised, he used his head, sought the pass, and an absolute fantastic pass. Right into the hands, running forward, didn't have to reach back, was able to keep pace, and a chase to the line then. Well deserved 5 points, and that came after the ref had played advantage from a knock on by Bective. We were in the defence, turned defence into attack. It's going a lovely try. I think Bobby now will be looking for some hydration support
No, he's
services.
coming off there. He's got to collect the pension before the post office closes. Come on, Bobby. Gilso looking to add the extras. He's been 4 out of 4, 100% return today. He's probably as shocked as I am at that return. Of course, Dad John is here today, was in at the pre-match lunch. He's just pulled that a little bit. Okay, we're 70 minutes in. That's a fifth try for Bective. It's now a 26-point lead. Bective 33, Malahide 7.
33-7, yeah.
Match we're looking at, of course, here on the phone. Monkstown hosting Thomond. It's now Monkstown 33, Thomond 26. You look at those two scores, you're thinking there's definitely 4 tries scored each side there.
100%.
Yeah. Okay, great play by young Robert Holland. Knew he hadn't got the wheels to make it, and threw out a brilliant pass across his body. To be fair, that's a hard one to do. Put in Ross McGoey. McGoey owes him a point for that. So restart taken by who else but James Gallagher. Hennessy, Boked on his shoulder.
Oh, unlucky.
I think that was a croc roll against young Niall. I think that's what he's penalising him for.
Kicking a touch, I think there's much of a choice for Malahide here. 33 points to 7 down. They're going to be going for scores now, looking to try and...
Sorry, we was telling me I'm in the way.
Apparently we don't have a face for camera.
Certainly I have a face for radio, definitely. You don't want me on the screen. All right, great attacking opportunity here now for Malahide. 6 metres out, going for a 5-man again. They go safe at the front or they go long. A lot of animation, the ball is overthrown, tidied up by Lawler. Gallagher on the charge, beats the first guy. Now exit for Bective. What do we do now? We're happy to truck it up. That looks like Luke Meehan. Chris Hennessy continuing down the short side. Luke Meehan, second bite it. He's done well.
We're outside the 2 though, unfortunately. Kicking options were back inside.
The buff. 2 men to take the buff down. Another pot of forwards out here. Gav Kelly didn't get the time to tip it on, so takes it up himself. Malahide not committing anyone to the rucks. They want to stay out in the line of defence. That's a good charge. The buff. So Bective just inching their way up the pitch here, but they are making it every time. Shooter 14, a million miles offside. McGoey, Roland dancing down the wing. Ball back inside. Oh, Ross, hard luck. He was through as well. You're looking at Rory Mulville going either run 50 metres all the way down the line there. Unlucky. You could see what Bective were trying to do. Good intention, however, ball is knocked on. Just a break and play, lads. Ballywire Media, my good friend Paul Collins. You might remember that name. He used to be on Gift Grub with Mario and the other guy, what's his name? Ian Dempsey in the mornings. He was also the sports correspondent for Today FM for a good number of years. He now has a media company. They were down here in Bective in March, April, shooting a promotional piece sponsored by Aviva. That's about to come out. I saw it last week. It's 11 minutes of free PR for Bective, and wait till you see it. It's just a fantastic video. There's a great burst by 13. He has done so well. Now Malahide looking for quick ball. They get quick ball. Big number 5. They continue down the short side. Little tip on inside. That was good play. Just inside the Bective 22. Load of big forwards out here. They're going to have another go. Inching forward. Ran out of space. O'Halloran. Little quick ball, tip ball inside to 11. He's unlucky, knocked it on in the tackle.
You look at some of the scores to date, and for Malahide, you see them at the bottom of the table. You see them winning last week against Bruff. And looking at the style of play, I'm kind of surprised to see where they are at the table, because actually they play a very attractive
they're scoring 20
style of rugby.
points,
Yeah, I mean
17 points, 2 tries, 3 tries, 5 tries, so they're scoring a lot of tries.
They're
playing nice, attractive rugby.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I don't know, in a league you need to be just a little bit more clinical, cynical even.
Yeah, we're 75 minutes into this game. Probably about 5 or 6 to go, I'd say. Maybe a bit more
for Malahide, but they haven't given up.
No.
They're continuing to knock on.
And it's a good challenge for us as well, because we're going to have games where it is down to the last 5 or 6 minutes. It is going to be either us to score or us to defend from conceding a score. So it's good from our perspective.
Ball at the back with Gallagher. What's he going to do? Throw himself? No,
it doesn't.
Good, so little pull
Line
back.
pass,
Dave
and he's
Moran.
through.
He's broken the first
He's
line.
through.
He's up to the 10 metre line. He's up the halfway. He's got nobody with him. He's running out of gas now. He's done well. We've resourced that ruck really well, considering he was miles ahead of everybody else. Tidied up by James Gallagher. He eventually makes it into the 22. Quick ball, it is quick ball down. Long floating pass, Gav Kelly. He releases the ball to 21. Luke Meehan. Was it Luke Meehan? Bocat on the charge. Well done, Niall. Ball disrupted there by counter-rucking by Malahide. However, it's picked up by Chen. Chen has been all over the place in this match. James Gallagher again. Ball is squirted loose. It's turnover ball. Malahide have it. We've got people in the backfield. They're going to run it, I'd say. Good tackle. Now O'Halloran cuts back inside. No, little show and go. Eventually he's taken down by Gilson just on the 22. However, they've broken through. They've done well. They're up to the 10-metre line. Can't see his number, but he's doing well. Eventually he's taken down.
That's come on now.
He's calling it a tip tackle. Was it? I'm not sure. Was it?
It's a tip tackle.
Was Ollie Foot he's calling that one against?
I know you have to protect the players at all costs. I don't believe that was a tip tackle at all. It didn't look like to be over 180.
So
I think that probably reflects why there was no card.
yeah,
The referee deemed it to be a penalty.
penalty only. He's had a good game, the referee,
very
to be
good.
fair,
Yeah, very good.
When you don't talk about them, Paul, it means they're doing something right, because it shouldn't all be about the ref. I know Carly got an awful hard time last week, but I think Carly was left with no choice. I think all the 5 cards that Ireland got against them were good. It's a change down in Sydney Parade. Monkstown are pulling further ahead. They're now 38-26 ahead against Thomond. If that stays that way, that's a good result for us. We'll tighten up at the top of the league.
It denies them a second bonus point for finishing within 7 points.
Correct. However, let's concentrate on this game. He's had a good game too. You said Sam Penny. Here comes the big number 8. He's tackled by Chris Hennessy. So they're inside the Bective 22 now. What can they do? We've got a good line of defence there.
It's okay.
Yeah, good tackle. Oh, not sure about that. Tip and go by the 22. Eventually he's dragged down. He's about 8 metres out. Malahide be looking for a quick ball here now. It's a knock on. That looked like a knock on by Bective. It's hard to see up here. So we're into the last minute of this game, and whatever the ref, Andrew Muntz, is adding on for injury, so there probably will be a couple more minutes. Bective now just going through the motions. Double hit again on Chris Hennessy. Bective continuing down the short side. Long pass out to Chris Rowland. Dancing feet. He's well tackled though. He is well tackled. Number is it 11 or 14? 14. It was Dan Hayes. Made a great tackle on Chris Rowland. Hayes is very animated, trying to G up his team. So we're into stoppage time now. Stadium clock has stopped. Monkstown extending their lead against Thomond now. It's out to 40-26 to Monkstown. Well disrupted by James Gallagher, I think it was. So it's a turnover ball from the line out. Bective possession. Chris Hennessy. No, there's nothing wrong with that. Bective down the short side. James Gallagher. He's well tackled by Camo. Donald Lawler. Tip now. Big floating ball out. Bective looking for space out wide, and they get it eventually. All the way out to Oisin McCluskey on the wing. Cutting back in. He's done well. He's danced inside 3 of them. Resource at ruck. We haven't.
Well, what he did was he tried to move back infield to where his support was.
Quickly taken by Malahide by 12, David O'Halloran. Now Malahide, last chance. Can they get another try? O'Halloran is forced back inside, but he offloads it. Ran into his own man there. Ref will leave that go.
No tackler there though, so I think it's okay to leave that go.
So they're continuing to attack at all costs. They're trying to get the ball out wide. They've knocked that on. It's been turned over by Bective. Great hands there. Not sure what he's saying. Is in touch. Is he calling it in touch? Okay, so we're deep in injury time. It's going to be a scrum to Bective. I'd say we're on the last play of the game.
The 2C table, there seems to be some cracking games. Middleton at 21 points to Clonmel's 29 down in Middleton.
That'd be a good win for Clonmel away from home. I fancy them dark horses for the league.
Ballyclare have a fight back against Dolphin, 38 points to 48. They're losing, but 10 points in it. Big scoring game. Brough 30 points, Belfast Harlequins 22. Again, close game. Harlequins staying in that. There's been about 5, 6, 7 points in that game. And Monkstown, as you've said, 40 points to 26, so 33-7 here.
Busy day in round 7. The Energia AIL Division 2C. So it looks like this game is probably over at this stage. Bective leading at the moment 33 points to 7, 5 tries, so it's going to be a 5-point haul for Bective. Looking at the standings at the moment, that will push us up to 26 points. I suspect Thomond, if they don't win, will have got a 4-try bonus point, will push them up to 27, and if Clonmel win, it looks like it could push Clonmel up to 28. Now this is all conjecture, we'll need to wait for the actual final scores, but it's certainly going to tighten the gap between Clonmel and Thomond at the top.
Ballyclare and Dolphin is full time at 38 points, Ballyclare, Dolphin 48. It's a big victory by Dolphin after last week, on the road as well. They'll be delighted with that.
Okay, ball at the back with Gallagher. I'd say we're looking to get it off the pitch, Paul.
Yeah, I don't think there's much time left in the game.
Gilso taken down just inside the 22. Dave Moran kicks it out. This game is over. Excellent result, excellent performance by Bective. So on the last Saturday in November, a freezing cold Saturday, Bective run out victors against Malahide by 33 points to 7, 5 tries and a 5-point haul. Should tighten the gap. We need to see the other final scores from Sydney Parade and also how Clonmel get on. But look, it's been a great entertaining game for Bective. Looks like we got through it injury free as well. So produced and directed this week by Louis Manahan, not sure where he is. Rory O'Connor, of course, is away in Maspalomas, roaming the sand dunes looking for action. On camera, Wee Wall Power. On co-coms, the big man Paul Hatton. I'm Chuck Byrne. That's a wrap. Thanks, Hats.